What is your cultural identity?
I guess I'm an American Caucasian.
What encounters have you had with people who weren't exactly American Caucasian?
I've always called Geneva a melting pot. And I've always said Geneva, I liken Geneva to New York City, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse. We have in Geneva what the bigger cities have on a smaller scale. People of color, ethnic origin, you get comments thrown at you as a cop. You know, I've had it where a gentleman said, if I was white, you wouldn't be arresting me. If I was Hispanic, you wouldn't be arresting me. If I was black, you wouldn't be arresting me. And I said, it doesn't matter to me. I have become colorblind. In fact, sometimes I even told people, they said, well, you don't like us, you don't like them. I said, I don't like anybody if they're not lawful, type of deal. I said, it doesn't matter if you're green. I said, if you do the crime and I get an investigation and you did it, I'm going to go after you and I'm going to hopefully prosecute you. It didn't matter.
You called Geneva a melting pot, so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you would consider it a diverse city?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Do you think that is a good thing or a bad thing?
Absolutely, I think it's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, if we were all the same, it's just like, you know, what makes the world go round, all personalities and stuff. If we were all the same, what a boring place it would be. If everybody was just like me, no, they won't be just like me. But I mean, if everybody was just the same, if everybody was pearly white, say, or it would be just, it wouldn't be right. Diversity culture is great because everybody, contributes to making the city of Geneva what it is.
So you say contribute. Do you think that the different pieces of the community interact well together and contribute a lot together, or do you think that there's segregation?
I don't know per se. Maybe you see more so maybe at parades or festivals. I was looking over your questions before also to see, just exactly, I never really thought about diversity. I never really thought about racism when I was a cop. I would just go out and just be myself, just do what I had to do. Geneva has a lot of restaurants. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of more diversified restaurants, which would be good to have. Years ago, we did. We had Exchange Street between Lewis Street and Castle Street. We had all kinds of bars. We had African American bars. We had Hispanic bars with food. We had just regular bars that everybody could go to. It was just so diversified between Exchange Street, and that's all gone now. It's all wiped out. And we didn't have the trouble too. I mean, everybody got along pretty well. I mean, there was fights at times or situations. When I used to walk the beat down on Lower Exchange Street, sometimes cars would pull up and you'd see folks milling around or whatever, and then you go up to say Seneca Street in Maine, Exchange Street, where the college kids would be all hanging out, and some people would say, "Oh, are you afraid to be down here?" I said, "No, I'm not afraid to be down here. Are you by yourself?" And I'd give them directions. And I'd say, "Yeah, I'm by myself." I said, "They're all good people. Everybody's good folks."
Do you think that Geneva, the diversity of Geneva, has changed over time beyond just the restaurants disappearing?
Yeah, I think the diversity has grown. We used to be, I remember times that they would say between, say, black and white, that was like your difference. But then Hispanic, now we have Asian. You have different offsets from the Asian. You have Dominicans, or Haitians, Jamaicans. There's people probably I don't even know. I haven't done a research on it, but I'm sure there's research out there from all different nationalities, all different continents, all different countries. I think it's a good thing. It was always in the back of my mind since I took the badge that I always hoped and prayed that I never would have to use my gun. I never want to kill anybody, because that's just the ultimate. That's the end all. But I always kind of said a little prayer to myself that I hoped if I ever had to shoot anybody, it wasn't a person of color, because I automatically thought to myself, I'm going to be marked, white cop, person of color. That was always in the back of my mind. I always thought, God, I hope I have a rabbi, a minister, a Baptist minister, a Catholic priest, a couple of nuns right there when the thing happens, because really, that thing is always stuck in the back of my mind. I get it. That goes back 1975. There's, again, especially with law enforcement, I just got out of law enforcement, so I did 38 years altogether in law enforcement, which is a long time. But I enjoyed it, and again, one of the biggest things is helping people. That's why I tried to bring that to this campus.